starting this Friday, Oregon Black Pioneers, Oregon's only statewide African-American historical society, will host York Fest. This is to celebrate York, Portland's first Black ancestor. York was the only African-American member of the Lewis and Clark expedition while enslaved by William Clark. He was a crucial part of that expedition, but he wasn't compensated and he wasn't granted freedom. Joining us this morning to dive into the history and the legacy of York is Zachary Stocks, Executive Director of the organization. Zachary, thank you so much for joining us on ARC PDX.
Thanks, Wesley. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so not many people probably know York's story. How has he been more recognized in recent years?
Well, in particular, after there was the bust of York that was erected at Mount Tabor Park in 2021, people have been inspired to learn more about York's story and have opportunities to come together and celebrate his achievements while also recognizing the freedoms which were not fully realized within his lifetime.
Can you walk us through some of those achievements so that we can learn a little bit more about him?
Absolutely. It's important to remember that York is not only notable because he was a Black member of the Lewis and Clark expedition, but because he was one of the most successful explorers in American history. And as part of his efforts, he helped to trade with native tribes all across the West. He was part of the group that made the journey from Missouri all the way to the Columbia River and back, built 3 forts, built their canoes, was a successful hunter. He was really every bit as capable as all the other members of the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Yeah, so to tell us about some of the events happening during York Fest, how are you guys celebrating his legacy?
We are so excited to be able to create this festival in Portland, bringing together many different organizations who are similarly interested in York's story in theatrical ways, in artistic representations, getting out on the water. All the events will be taking place between October 17th and 25th in Portland and Beaverton.
Very cool. You know, and there's obviously more stories, countless stories like York's that people are not really aware of. What other events can people look forward to maybe learn about some of these people?
Well, I would say that if you're interested in learning more about Oregon's Black history beyond York, the best place to go would be go to our website, OregonBlackPioneers.org, because we do this work year round and we share all the experiences of African Americans in Oregon from the earliest days that we have evidence up to the turn of the last century.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about Oregon Black Pioneers, your mission, and then what else you guys do like year round.
We've been around since 1993, working to share the stories of people of African descent in every part of Oregon. So we're not just concerned only with the stories from the Portland metro area. We collect and interpret experiences of Black Oregonians who've lived in Pendleton, in Medford, in Bend. If there's Black history, we want to show up there and talk about it with local people who are interested in celebrating their unique connection to our state and national Black history.
And is there like a certain reason why maybe this is more important to do now, the education, the celebration of this legacy, to share with people now?
Yeah, so this fall represents 220 years since York's landfall in what is today Portland. And since he was the first person of African descent to set foot in what is today Portland, we feel it is really a great time to bring together people to think about his experiences and the legacy that he left behind of Black people who've lived continuously in Oregon ever since.
Zachary Stocks, Executive Director of Oregon Black Pioneers, really appreciate you coming on our show this morning to tell us all about York Fest.
Thanks so much, Wesley.
Yeah, thanks.